Hello, let's solve a Heyawake puzzle. This one's by Zetamath, who's a friend of mine. And he will be posting a video to his YouTube channel on how he set this puzzle. So if you're interested in that, there will be a link in the description. All right, let's go over the rules to this puzzle. So we are going to be shading some cells. Shaded cells may not be next to each other, so this is not allowed. They can't share an edge. They can share a diagonal corner, but not an edge. Now, we need to be shading exactly as many cells as are listed in the regions. If the region has a number listed, these could be 0 or 1. But these, like we need 2 shaded here, we need 3 shaded here in some way, etc. Now, the unshaded cells are important. So we're going to be using green for the cells that end up unshaded. And unshaded cells, first of all, have to be fully connected by edges. So I can't have a blob over here and a blob over here and have them not connect in some way via the edges. So we could do like that, for example, or that, whatever. Now, in addition to that, so if diagonal doesn't connect them, right? Only sharing the edges. In addition to that, the unshaded cells cannot go through, like a horizontal run or vertical run of unshaded cells can't go through 2 borders or more. They can go through 1 border, but once we do that, we have to shade this end to prevent it from going through another border. And I believe that's it. Those are the rules. I'm going to get started. I'm going to refresh our timer there. Okay. So this is classic here. We can't do this because this would be unshaded, and now it's blocked by our shaded cells. So, and that's the only way, that's the only other way we're going to shade the 2 is like this. So that's what we're doing. These unshadeds have to get out, and this shaded is surrounded by unshadeds. All right. Now this 3, there's only one way that we're going to get 3 shaded cells that don't touch, and that's to do that. So we just immediately get all of these shadeds and unshadeds. This needs to be shaded in order to prevent this from going through 2 borders, surrounded by unshadeds there. Okay, what else? We need 3 shaded in here. Okay. I'm looking to see what to do next. Is there somewhere else we can build off from? Not that I can tell. For this 3, every corner we have to prevent this. So we're not doing exactly that, which I suppose is a deduction. Let's see. Okay, what about here? So we need to prevent this from happening for both of these. And this only gets 1 shaded, and we only have 1 shaded left for this too. So we're either going to be doing this, or we're going to be doing this. And so that means all of these are unshaded, forcing this to be shaded. And then all the rest of these are unshaded. So one of these 2 is shaded. That seems right. Now, that means we're not actually, this blob here on the left side isn't connecting to everything else through here because we can't go through 2 borders. So there is a hard block here. And so it's going to actually have to connect down this way, which means we need to take this one to connect down through there. That makes that shaded and that shaded. Okay. Now this has to be prevented from going through, so that's shaded. This has to be prevented from going through, so that's shaded. So the 2 is done. This has to be prevented from going through, so that's shaded. Okay. Oh, this can't go through either. So now one of these 2 is shaded for the final 3. Can we say which one? I'm not sure yet. What about connectivity? Okay, this is that was a lot from just having that 1 deduction. But this has to continue coming through, so that's unshaded. So we need 2 more shaded here, and here we go. We can't do the corner, so we got to do that. This one comes out so it can connect up. These are all coming through here. Oh, that's unshaded because it's next to a shaded cell. All right. Good progress. Is there... we kind of have the same thing here. This sort of like when you have a long, thin, when you have a thin region, right? You can't go straight through it. So we kind of have the same thing going on here, but I'm not sure exactly how that plays out right now. This stuff still isn't connected, by the way. It's gotta come through here or through here, but I don't know exactly how that's gonna work. So I've got 2 for this one. Only one of these is shaded. Do we have any? What's the? Oh, we need 3 of these to be shaded. So our options are this or this. Now this feels like a cap. Yeah, this prevents us from actually connecting to the rest of the world. We unshade this, but this isn't connected. So we're doing this. We're not capping it. All of these are unshaded. This has to connect to something, so it comes through. Now we have the same thing. Do we cap or do we uncap? I feel like it has to do with this guy here. This is uncap. It's not immediately apparent to me. Maybe it should be. Is one of these obviously broken? Let's do a little bit of follow through here. This would come out. This would be shaded. I mean, this all seems okay. Sorry, this would be shaded. This would come out. Yeah, that all seems okay. So what about the other way? Maybe they're both okay right now. So these would be unshaded. Oh, yeah, and now this has to be shaded to prevent a run of 3, but then that blocks that guy out. Okay. Just had to look a little bit further on that one. So we do the cap like that. This has to come out. This has to be shaded to prevent 3 in a row. This comes out. This is unshaded because it's next to the shaded. This whole blob here is disconnected from everything else, so it's got to come out. Only one of these is shaded. Okay. These are unshaded. This is going to come out through here, but that seems very viable. Let's see. So what did I learn from all this? Okay, I can't have both of these be unshaded because that would come all the way through. And so one of these is shaded, meaning the rest of these aren't, because there's only one in the whole region. So we have to break up this straight line. So what's that do? If we have to shade this one to prevent this from coming across. I should scan for more of that. Okay, so now this is going to come out through this corridor. So these are both unshaded as well. Okay, so now I have to prevent this from going all the way through. So that's shaded, that's unshaded. That's shaded to prevent this from going all the way through. This can't go through all 3, so that's shaded. That means that's unshaded. This can't go through, so that's shaded. The one is done. All right. Oh, this has to be shaded. There we go, because that would go all the way through. All right. Cool, and I finished in 6:43. Nice. Very cool puzzles, zetamath. I liked a lot of the logic in there. It kind of teaches you a lot of the basic ways to think about Heyawake. Very cool. And again, there is a video in the description on how zetamath set this puzzle. So definitely check out his channel. He solves all sorts of puzzles there. And how'd you do?